What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about reasons why, I view most women as a waste of time when it comes to dating, and I have good reasons why. Because obviously we're in a social media age, and a lot of people talk about how most women use men once women are on their early primes years of their life, or like women use their body to use men for money, for resources. They like to have sex with a lot of men, and then once they get older, they like to settle for a man that's willing to provide for them, right? So we all heard about this, and stuff like that. Now, we also have heard that most women are responsible for divorces. Most women tend to choose men who aren't not good for them, and then once that situation happens after they break up, then women wants to project that, oh, man ain't shit. There's a rise of feminism to where a lot of women um don't like most men, because most women think they're better overall when it comes to their intelligence, when it comes to their skill sets, when it comes to anything in general. But if you look at real life, you can see, in reality, no, most men, all every man has the most inventions. They've created most things. Most men have the most influence around the world. Women really haven't done shit. And yeah, but let's get to it. And most women aren't even working for high risk jobs, and even if women do work high risk jobs, they're pretty much useless. You see women who are police officers. There's multiple videos of women not being able to stop crime or to arrest certain people because they don't have the strength, and you see women fucking up on that. So and there's other professions that evolve around the government, or around firearms and shit like that. I'm not gonna get into detail, but so let's get to it. So the high approach dating is that I can't help but the things people are saying on the internet, on social media, it's facts. It's facts, because I can use this from my own personal experience, because there are times where I've dated women in the past, and with these women, but none of them make a lot of money. None of them have nothing to offer when it comes to emotions. None of these women have no type of morals. They're very unforgiving. They're very conditional. They're very fucking cutthroat. If you're not meeting their needs, if you're not satisfying them, if you're not entertaining them in some way, they're quick to cut you off without a warning. They don't like to address the issue, the problem. Instead, they like to go off of impulse, and they like to take action, yet they don't communicate or properly tell you what's going on that's bothering them, causing them to wanting to cut contact. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, let's say there's a communication issue, right? Let's say if a woman wants more attention, that they think you're not as much vocal, or you're not paying attention to them, right? So instead of a woman communicating to that, what they'll do is that they'll disrespect you, they'll give you a hard time, and they won't address the issue, and then they'll cut contact, they'll block you, and then they'll ghost you and stuff like that. I've dealt with shit like that, and involved us having to cuss her out and shit like that. But I was young, I was 19, but it was an immaturity thing on the woman's end. But even then, as I'm getting older, I've still noticed the same issue with women. They're just very conditional. They're very cutthroat. And when I say conditional, I'm not saying a woman has to love you at your lowest, or if you're overweight. No, as a man, you're supposed to take care of yourself. You're supposed to, even if you want to consider dating, you have to be the best version of yourself. You have to be perfect, but make sure you're working out, make sure you're making money, make sure you're focusing on your mental health, make sure you're working on your emotional intelligence, make sure you're going after your goals and dreams. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about how most women, they're very opportunistic. And I get it, because from a scientific level, most women date, or they have sex, or they get married specifically for the best deal they could get out of a man. So they want the best man they can get during their primal years, alpha survival, so they can have a better offspring, which is fine. But the thing I don't agree with is I don't how women go about it though. They'll go about it where they'll lie to men, they'll cheat on men, they will be dishonest, they'll be very disrespectful, they'll be very they'll act like whores. You know what I'm saying? So And it kind of disturbs me too. Like I even told myself this too. Like it's actually a turn off to me because most women have so many attentions from guys, from social media, and like there are times where like I find a woman attractive, right? And then when I talk to her, but then once I realize later on that most guys also talk to her, most guys also find her attractive, to me that turns me off. I don't know why. It's not because I'm insecure or anything like that. No, but it's because it's like, okay, what's the point of me trying to holler at her when she's getting so much attention from other guys? Even if she wants me, it's still a turn off because it's like, okay, how come I view you as me being attracted to you, but yet most other people do that? So to me, you're not fucking special. You're just a piece of meat that most guys want. So what's the point? And I'm not saying I want an ugly chick. No, I want to date the most, in my opinion, in my eyes, the most attractive chick that has like physically, along with traits that I value. You know what I'm saying? So that helps fits into my personality that we both get along with. Like we're both in the same wavelength, but there's also a tense amount of attraction towards each other. You know, but it's just weird how like most women that I find attractive, other guys find her attractive as well too. So I'm like, okay, what's the point of dating her when most people, find her attractive? And not only that, but the competition is just it's so much. Because women, they have so many options when it comes to social media. Like women, they have the upper hand when it comes to dating. Because if you were to break up a woman, or if the connection were to end, or she breaks up with you, she's gonna have a quicker time of like meeting men who are good for her, men who want her, men who find her attractive. While guys, they get less of that because most women have so many options from other guys. Now I don't know if it's from simps or what, but it's harder for males to get attention from females. Even if men are celebrities, if they're famous, then they make a lot of money. For some reason, society likes to promote women as a prize for some reason. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I don't know if it's feminism. I don't know if it's societal programming. I don't know if it's like social media or simps. But like, it's just weird. So women, they tend to move on and bounce back a lot quicker when it comes to dating and connections like that. I like me, like for example, me, I like to compare all my exes. Me, as of right now, I'm doing a lot better than them. I'm in better shape than them. I've accomplished more life things than them. Like I said, I've been in the military. I have my own house. I have my own car. I'm a content creator. I'm making 3 to 4 streams of income. I'm in the process of being able to travel around the world, and stuff like that. And I take good care of myself. But my exes, they're either still live with their parents. They're not making as much money. They still act the same, and they either have kids by now at a young age by the wrong dude, or they have multiple baby mom. They have multiple kids and stuff like that, and yet they still get more attention. Because they're female, because they have that much power. So I've known women who I've come in contact with, or also women who broke up with me, and they were able to bounce back and get another dude within the next month or two, or just very quicker compared to me. And it's just weird. I could get women after a breakup. It's easy. You just gotta approach them. As long as you take care of yourself, as long as physically, mentally, and stuff like that, and you know how to talk, then that's pretty much all you need. And it's easy to, to get a one night stand or to date, but it's harder to maintain a connection because most women, at least for me, I'm very picky with the women I choose. There are times where I'm attracted to her, and once we're in a connection, her, like how she talks, how her mindset is, her lifestyle, it doesn't seem to gel well with mine. So I'm forced to kind of like cut her off. Or I'm forced to like not be as interested to her, because like I said, most women, they don't work on themselves. Most women, because they get so much attention from guys and they've been babied their whole life and they never had a proper father figure in their life, what women would tend to do is that they tend to go life at a way to where they don't have to work or grind. So how that plays out is women not taking care of themselves, because I feel like most American women are very overweight compared to men. Most women, they don't take care of themselves, but yet guys still fall for them. Guys still date fat chicks. You rarely see chicks dating fat guys, but yeah, you always see guys are into fat chicks. Because why? Because most men can't get options like that, and because men tend to mistake a woman having a nice ass, breasts, stuff like that. They confuse that as actual fat. A woman may look like she has curves, but if you see her, the average woman naked, this is all fat, and it's just fucking disgusting, you know. But yeah, so because women were babied their whole life, because they didn't have a proper father figure, because society and simps and social media and feminism have kissed women's asses since they were born up their whole life pretty much. Women feel like they have a lesser work ethic and they're more entitled. This is why they act the way they act. This is why they use men. This is why they do the shit they do, because no one really hold them accountable like that. So that plays out in with women not offering anything when it comes to mental stimulation. They're not as deep. They don't have enough depth. They're not spiritual. They're not driven and stuff like that. It's either that or they're very arrogant. They're very selfish. They lack empathy. It's either the or. Either they lack empathy or they lack the work ethic to really take care of their bodies or their finances. It's either the three. So that's the reality of it. But with me, it's kind of hard for me to date because it's like me. I understand I don't know if it's supposed to be like that or not, but it kind of disturbs me how much attention women get from so many fucking guys, man, through online and through in person. They don't even have to do shit. They just have to look good and bam, you know. But not only that, but so much women, they have sex with so many fucking guys, man. In my opinion, having 4 body counts, that's a lot in my opinion. From a woman, that's a lot, man. 4 body counts, that's a lot. Me, I'm 28, but like 4 body counts is a lot, you know, and that's a lot, man. Again, this is my opinion, and it disturbs me because like, why would I have sex with a female who have 4 body counts from 4 different dicks? You know what I'm saying? That's fucking disgusting, you know. And when it comes to females too, like if we were to have sex, like I'm very picky of what her body looks like. So I don't want to get banned from YouTube, but if her cleavage looks beat up and used up, it's gonna turn me off. I've seen this shit happen before in person, and that shit it turned me off, you know. I couldn't get hard because it's like you've been ran through by so many guys and your cleavage is all fucked up. Like, I don't want that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So I'm kind of really picky about that. I'm also picky how like the amount of attention women get from guys. It's disturbing because it is kind of, you may call it insecurity. Maybe it is insecurity. Maybe I need to work on it, but it just doesn't sit right with me knowing that if I'm dating someone, the amount of guys that want her online and in person, that's constantly blowing up her phone, or that's constantly checking her out, or that's constantly, if they have the opportunity, they would have her within a quick instant. For me, that kind of disturbs me because it's like, okay, what's the point? Like, I can't even feel secure in myself. Again, this may sound like it's coming from insecurity. Maybe it is, but and I'm not defensive too, because if I'm in a connection, if I'm in a relationship, I'm not defensive. So like, I'm not one of those guys too where I'll mad dog or I want to fight every guy or confront every guy that checks out my woman. No, I don't do shit like that because I'm aware that you're just a pussy if you do shit like that and you're very insecure. I don't do that. So if I'm with a woman, I don't mind if she's talking to other people, not in a way where she's flirting, but obviously like having an adult conversation with other people and stuff like that. Then I have the trust, I have the self-confidence because I know like my worth, I know my value, that I'm not gonna feel some type of way if she's talking to other people. As long as she's not flirting or if she's not touching other people, and that's fine, you know. But even if they give her number, that's fine because I get it. Like, she's attractive and people want her number, and they don't know if she's single or not. It's only one thing where like she's entertaining it. That's different. But that's, so I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about where like if we were to break up, or like if she could like, you know, simply wants to act out, then it's easy for her to get another dude on the spot. It's easy for her to get that much attention on the spot. You know, I'm like, what's the point of dating you when you have the whole world that wants you? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's the point? And I don't know how much body counts you have, because a lot of females they're basically whores because for some reason, like I said, I don't know if it's always like this throughout human history. I don't know if it's rise of feminism, social media. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but it seems like a lot of women, they have so many body counts. All the women I've spoken to, I found out about, like, they always end up having multiple body counts from men, and they have a lot of attention from guys. This is weird. And from a scientific standpoint, a woman's objective when it comes to life is to have sex. Basically, that's what it is, to have sex so she can reproduce and have babies. So this is why most women have sex with so many guys. This is why women have used so many men. This is why women they dress like whores, they act like whores, and they have multiple body counts because that's primary, basically what their life path is, because they just go about it the wrong way. Women, their main purpose is to have babies and to protect their babies. That's basically it. Emotional, at least protect their babies emotionally, but that's it. Their primary main life path is to have babies and to nurture them. That's it. With men, I feel like our main life path is to obviously be the protector, but also like create, invent, fight for, and to be great. Men, we have a more complex lifestyle compared to women from an overall standpoint. Most women, they're not meant to be creators, they're not meant to be inventors, because if that was the case, then how come most women are not like that today? You know, so at the end of the day, most women are here to, and with this, if you look at their actions too, they just come here to have kids, fuck every dude, nurture their babies, and just have fun. That's basically what it is, and to reap the benefits off of what men have to, and they reap the benefits of what the type of work men put in, you know. So this is weird. But a lot of women in today's society, I feel like they're very arrogant. They're very self-centered. It's quick for females to ghost men, to betray men, to block men at an instant because they have so much fucking male attention off of their fingertips, whether it be in person or online. You know, so it's insane. And it's not just that too, it's social media programming. You have fucking the feminism movement, social media, and this shit that's been advertised. So a lot of feminism, social media, and the advertisements, whether they promote women to disrespect men, to think they're better than them, and to think they're the fucking prize. This is why a lot of women act the way they act. I also blame lack of parenting from the mother and father figure, because they don't know how to raise their daughters. They don't know, most parents don't teach their daughters how to have morals, how to have respect, how to have empathy and stuff like that. Instead, they're always babying the woman. They're always they're always babying their daughter. They're always making her get her way, and that's how they end up spoiled. And as they get older, they lack empathy. They lack how to respect themselves. This is why most women are easily influenced by society. This is why if you look around, a lot of women dress like whores. They dress like hoes. They wear very short booty shorts. They're always showing their fucking skin. They're always wearing tight leather jeans and stuff like that. Even at the gym is a new strip club. Every time I go to the gym, it pisses me off. I always see women show most of their goddamn skin. You know, it's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I be thinking, like, man, if these women were my daughters, I'd be fucking pissed off, man. I'll still check them out. I'll still look at them because I'm a guy, and, you know, I still have that attraction to females, but it's just like, goddamn, like, I feel like in today's timeline, it's just getting so fucking bad out here. It's getting so fucking bad. It's getting so insane over there, because women, they dress like hoes. They dress like whores, man. And they've been conditioned and primed to act like whores. When you go to the bars and strip clubs, look how women dress. Look how they act. Most women go to bars and clubs compared to men. Most women are responsible for divorces. Most women cheat. Most women are single mothers. They choose the wrong types of men. It's just, women, they are responsible for broken family households because they choose the wrong men, or because they want to use men for resources, and they take the easy way out. And a lot of men have a lack of self-control, you know, so it's a whole clusterfuck, you know. So that's the reason why it's hard for me to really date women. It's hard for me to kind of like put myself out there a little bit, because like most women, I feel like they're not worth my time, because most women, they either lack empathy, they have so many body counts, or they don't know what they want out of life, and that really pissed me off a lot because they leech off of men, or like they're not raised properly, and it's just basic shit that most women lack that it's hard for me to really entertain or to connect with. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's pretty much it. And again, I blame social media. Social media makes people very narcissistic, especially women, because it's easier for women to get so many attention from guys through social media because of simps and stuff like that. This is why women act the way they act. This is why you have ugly women who are like 2s and 5s act like they're fucking 10s and shit like that. It's a real thing. So that's all I gotta say. I have to go on. Peace.